everybody, it's Jake with J&K Tackle, and today we're going to be working on something unique, the Bullet Brass Chub and the Bullet Brass MK3. Now these are both solid brass blanks that are way too expensive for me to actually produce on the large scale because it'd be like $60 a piece. So these are going to be the most expensive Dodgers I've ever made. And we're going to do a pattern. I think I'm going to go with match the hatch, and that's after talking with one of our customers, Dana in Washington. I'm working on a project with him over the winter and just a couple of customs, and the idea is to bring the focus back towards matching the hatch, which is kind of fun to do because I haven't done the Dodgers the same way that I do the lures. So we're gonna give it a go today. It's not gonna be a super complicated pattern. Probably gonna shoot for a Kokanee match, and on that bullet brass, it should look pretty cool. So let's get to it. All right, so first things first, we're gonna, I polished everything up with the drill and got the backs nice and shiny. And did a little bit on the wings as well, just because I'm gonna tape a pattern across them. So I'm gonna put the blue tape across the wings so that we have some of that nice brass showing through when I'm done painting. And I'll get these set up. All right, so as you can see, I've got everything taped up the way that I want. I want a little bit of that brass to show through, and we're gonna go on top with a little bit of our Badger Primer White. And this stuff's been getting a little bit chunky because of the cold, so every once in a while it'll want to spit, but should be okay. Pressure's at about 40, and we're gonna do a nice light coat. So being that this is bullet brass, I'm pretty sure that the coating will adhere pretty well without any issues, just like it does with the stainless. But I've already done a couple of these, so I'm pretty confident that the UV coating on top will stay as well. But we're gonna do another coating of white. We wanna make sure they get this nice and bright. All right, we'll get that dry and then start working on the image. All right, so let's start with some color. We're gonna do a pearlized green, followed by a fluorescent green. We're gonna do detail white, and we're gonna dust it with some metallic silver. And see if we can get us a Kokanee look to it. I may end up coming in and doing some scales, but we'll get the base colors down first, see how it looks. So not a lot of that dark green in the gun, just a little bit, and you can see how nice and metallic that is. We'll give that a shot across the top here. That should be all that we need, and then we're gonna come in with some fluorescent right off the top, so I'm not going to worry about cleaning out the brush. Blast that through till we see the green that we want. I don't want this to pool up on me, so I'm going to go ahead and dry it first, and then we'll carry on with some more of that lime green, fluorescent green. All right, now that we have our green situated the way that I like it, which gives me a little bit of a fade into that darker green, I'm gonna go ahead and come in along the bottom here. Now this is gonna overspray a little bit, which is fine. It's gonna put some spatter up across that green, which is gonna help blend things later on. All right, let that dry and take a look. All right, so I've taken some of that silver metallic and mixed it with some water in here. And I'm just gonna loosen that up, make it nice and light, so it comes out of the gun super easy. And hopefully it doesn't turn everything super duper dark gray. All right, let that dry and we'll take a look. All right, so I've got just a touch of black with that silver in there. And I was thinking about two different patterns. I'm gonna X-nay on this one. I'm probably go with some dots across the center and the bottom, and I just don't want them to be too black, so we'll see if I can tone this down a little bit. I'm gonna add just a little bit of white. And get a little bit of a charcoal-y color there. I think that'll probably blend a little better with the rest. All right. find the right dots that we want. I think we'll take the ones in the center. If that's the case, I will blue tape this section here so that I don't end up doing a whole bunch of overspray. 1 second. All right, so I blue taped just down the side here, and I'm just going to be using this section here, and that way if I don't end up with too much overspray, try to shoot for right down through here. I think that came out okay. We'll wipe this off. I'll let this dry, and then I'll rethink what I'm going to do up through here. Try to blend that in a little bit better. All right, so I loaded back up with some of the fluorescent green, and I'm going to come in here and do these kind of one by one. I want the spray to kind of go upwards, so I'm going to be pretty careful with these. But I want to kind of clean up these dots along the front here and a little bit towards the back, and also put a little bit more of that UV down. That looks much better. Do the same thing with this one. We'll go ahead and let those dry. And I'm going to consider maybe coming across the top with a little bit more green, but I don't know. This is looking pretty close to done. All right, so now comes the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and dust this with a little bit of UV glow base. Now this is not glow in the dark. This is just a UV glow base. So I'm going to add that to the pearl white, and then I'm going to water it down, and then I'm going to spray across the bottom to kind of give it that shiny look on that white, and hopefully make it look a little bit more fishy. All right, so we got some of that UV glow base and some of that sparkle with just a little bit of water, just regular old tap water. I'm gonna mix this up. All right. You can see when I'm spraying it on the side here, it's really just sparkles. I'm gonna move this one away so I don't accidentally blast it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move this one to the side. All right, I'm pretty happy with how these look right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with some glow, and then we'll put an eyeball on, and we'll peel off the tape and take a look. All right, so we're pretty much done. Glow is dried. I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyeballs on them. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit more aggressive in the green than the Kokanee probably is in real life, but I think that that'll match up well with the brass underneath. And I think that the fade in the dots came out really quite nice. So definitely do that if you're into painting. You know, you put your dots down and then kind of go back over the top of it with something that's a little bit more translucent, something see-through. Kind of helps blend that stuff in. All right, moment of truth. There you go. I think they look pretty darn cool. All right, let's double check the UV and the glow. I think they're gonna glow just fine. All right, well, that'll do it. I'm gonna pull these out, put some hardware on them, and we'll see what the most expensive Dodgers in the world look like when they're done. Thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe, hit the like button if you guys have a comment. leave it at the bottom and I'll answer back when I see it. And Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks for being part of the J&K family, and we'll see you next year.